Hey guys, I got a new video for you today, and we're going to be looking at a really interesting new product that I recently received. This is, as you guys can see, a biometric quick access gun safe, and it's from a company called Wincent. They actually reached out to me and asked if I would be interested in checking out this safe, and as luck would have it, I had just purchased a new firearm that I was looking to use as a home defense gun. So I was actually in the market for a gun safe, so they reached out at the right moment, and I told them to, yeah, if they can go ahead and send it over so I can check it out, and here it is. So I want to do a quick unboxing and just kind of show you everything that comes in the box, and then how to set it up and how to use it. So this particular model is the model Pi 2. I want to say that that's the symbol for Pi, so Pi 2, and this one is in black, as I believe it does come in another color. So Wincent does have a couple different models available, so if you're looking for something in particular, if you're looking for something smaller, something bigger, something biometric or not, if you guys are not familiar, biometric means that it does have the ability to read your fingerprint and unlock the safe so you can gain access into that way. So opening up the box, inside you have, right at the top, you have this pouch, which I'm not exactly sure what comes inside of it. It just says win for family, sense for life, and then it says in accessories. So I guess we'll go ahead and open it up and see what's inside. And then the safe itself, very nice packaging. You have these foam padding on the side, and it comes in a bag itself. So let me get it out of the box, out of the bag, and then we'll take a look at the safe itself, and then also the package right here with with all the other accessories inside. Alright, so I went ahead and took the safe out of the packaging, so here it is. But before we take a look at that, let's go ahead and take a look at this accessory pouch. So opening up the top right here, let's see what all is inside. So you have this bag here. It has four, what are these? They look like double A's, no, triple A's. So four AAA batteries, and then a couple of screws and anchors here, which I believe are going to be if you want to go ahead and anchor the safe down to the floor or some other material or something like that. So they do include those screws there, which is nice, and then the batteries as well. That way you can get up and running right off the bat. You have some stickers. I'm not sure what these are. Let's take a look at it. And then you have a set of keys, because you do have the ability to gain access to the safe via keys. So you do have a couple different ways of getting in there. So it is biometric. You do have the ability of setting a code as well. And then if neither of those work, or if the batteries run out, then you have a set of keys that you can go ahead and use to gain access into the safe, which is really nice. And then what else is in here? Okay, so you have your instruction booklet. We'll set that on the top right there. And let's see if there's anything else inside of here. Nope, it looks like that is it. So again, you have your batteries and screws, your set of keys, these two, I'm not sure what these are for, and then your instruction booklet right there. Alright, so I was kind of looking through the instruction manuals a little bit just to see if I was able to find out what these are for. Didn't really see what they're for, so maybe if I dive deeper into the instruction manual, I'll be able to see it. But using the keys, I'll go ahead and open up the safe here. Just turn the key and it does open up. And inside we have a little bit more stuff. So we have a silica gel pack there. And then we have a security cable. So this is you can also use to secure the safe if you don't want to permanently secure it by using the screws or something like that. If you want to temporarily secure it to a stiff or a heavy surface or a secure surface, you can go ahead and use the cables here. And I believe right in the back here it does have a slot where the cable slots into, and then you just wrap this around wherever it is that you're going to want to go ahead and secure it to. Alright guys, so taking a look at the inside of the safe here, it is nice and padded on the bottom here and the sides, and also on the top. So if you're going to want to store some valuables inside of here, you're going to have the peace of mind that they're not going to get scratched up or anything like that. It is also very wide, very roomy. You can easily fit two firearms in here, depending on the size obviously, but also if you wanted to put like a firearm and maybe some jewelry or some personal belongings or something like that, you can go ahead and lay them out very nicely. It is pretty deep as well. Again, if you're going to be putting firearms in there, you don't want them to be, to be too shallow where you're not going to, be able to fit them in there comfortably. Very nice and thick gauge on the construction of the safe itself. It does have the 2 latching points. I have seen certain safes that just have the 1 latching point, which make them a little weaker. This one with both of them seems like it's going to be a lot sturdier. It has a nice positive, click to it. Again, I haven't set up any of the information yet, but using the keys, if you turn it, it opens up right away. And then you can gain access to whatever it is that you need to gain access in there, especially if you're using it to secure a home defense firearm. You want to be able to get quick access to that. So I think this will definitely lend itself to be able to do that very quickly. All right, so the first thing you want to do is go ahead and install those supplied batteries. Again, it takes 4 AAA batteries. There is on this end right here a door that you remove, and you can go ahead and place the batteries in there. Obviously, you want to make sure that you pay attention to the orientation that they're supposed to go to, and then you just replace the door, which is here. Now, on the inside of the door, there is some information that's specific to your safe, like a model number and serial number. So, just in case you ever need to reference that, it is located on that. Obviously, for security purposes, I won't be showing that. But once you're done, you can go ahead and replace that battery door. Just make sure that it goes in there, and then it snaps closed, and now you're ready to go ahead and start activating your features. Alright, so with the batteries installed, now you can go ahead and register your fingerprints. You can actually store a maximum of 50 fingerprints, which is great because if you want more than one person to have access to the safe, you can go ahead and register their fingerprints. Or if you want to do your fingerprints on both of your hands, that way you have access with either or, you can go ahead and do that. Now the way you do that is there is a reset button on the inside portion of the safe. You're going to press that button twice. That'll put it into the setting mode. And then you're going to use whatever finger you're going to register and put it on the pad. You're going to do that 3 times. At the 3rd time, you'll hear 2 beeps, which means it's registered your fingerprints. So I'm going to do my right hand here. So I'll go ahead and press the button twice. Now I'll put my finger there once, twice, 3 times. There, you heard it beep twice, and then now it means that the finger is registered. So I can go ahead and close it, and I'll put my finger there, and as you guys saw there, it opened it right up. Now I previously registered my left hand as well, just so you guys can see that it'll open up with either or. And there you go, and you gain access to whatever it is that you have inside. Alright, so after registering your fingerprints, then now you can go ahead and register a code if you want to use the keypad to access your safe. And basically you're going to do it very similar to registering the fingerprint by using that reset button on the back there. You're going to hit that twice. It's going to put it into the mode to go ahead and accept a new password. You can input a new password anywhere from 3 to 6 digits, and then basically you're going to wait a second, and you're going to hear the 2 beeps, and then you're going to input the code again, and then you should be able to start using it with that code. So let's go ahead and try that. Hit the reset button twice. All right, so I'm going to put in a new password. All right, so you heard 2 beeps and you see the blue light flash. That means it should have been accepted. So we'll go ahead and close the list here, put in the code. And as you guys saw, it opened right up, which is great. This way, you have access now with your fingerprint and with a passcode. So if something happens where your hands are wet or they're oily or greasy or something like that, and the fingerprint reader is not working, then you have the option of using that passcode or that digital code. And again, the fact that it's 3 to 6 digits makes it really easy, especially because you have 5 keys here, so you can have a combination of passwords that is going to be difficult for somebody to know, but for you to be able to input and gain access to the safe. Alright, so a couple of other features of the safe which actually set it aside from a lot of other safe that I had seen on the market is one, this does have a security alarm. So basically, if somebody inputs the code incorrectly or the wrong fingerprints 5 times consecutively, the safe will actually lock itself for 5 minutes, and then an audible alarm will sound for 30 seconds. And basically that alarm is it'll beep once per second, and then the red lights will flash. And then you won't be able to open up the safe with either fingerprint or code. You can still open it by using the keys. So if you needed to gain access into it, something happened, you forgot the code, it's not working, but you still really need to get into it, even though the alarm mode is on, you can go ahead and access it using the keys, which is good. That means you're not completely locked out of your safe. It's just if somebody's trying to get into it, that shouldn't be getting into it. Now, there is also an interior LED light. So when the safe opens up, the interior LED light actually comes on, and it'll stay on for 15 seconds, and that's every time that the door opens up, which is great because if it's the safe is in a dark area, but you still need to see what's inside, but you don't want to turn on any lights or anything like that, the LED there will light up the inside, and you'll be able to see what's inside. Now, another feature that I thought was really interesting, which definitely sets the Wincent here aside from some of the other safes on the market, is in the case where the batteries run out and you don't have access to your keys, how would you gain access into the safe? So obviously, without the batteries running, the biometric reader will not work and the keypad will not work either. You can't find your keys. How do you get into it? Well, on the side of the safe right here, if you guys can see, there is a USB port, which you can actually, and it's a USB-C port, which you can connect a power bank. So a battery bank, a power bank to that, and that'll actually run power to the system here. So you'll be able to access the safe either biometrically or with a passcode. That's great because, again, if something happens to the keys, you're still going to want to be able to access your safe to switch out those batteries or to get to whatever it is that you have inside. So the fact that they thought about that and put that USB-C port on the side to be able to use a battery bank to gain access to it is great. One last feature that I thought was really interesting on this safe is it does have a silent mode. So as you guys have seen through the video, whenever you go to access the safe, if you use the biometric here, it does beep when it opens up, or if you use the keypad, there is an audible beep to that. Now, if you did not want that beep because maybe you want to make sure that nobody knows that you're trying to get into the safe, maybe somebody broke into your house, you're trying to get to your home defense gun, but you don't want to give your position away, what you can do is the number 5 here, you can press and hold it. And as you saw, it blinked like a blue light behind it. It is now in silent mode. So now if I were to use the keypad, again, it did not beep while I was touching the keys. Or if I use the biometric, it opens up without that beep letting you know that it is opening up. And I thought that was really good because, again, sometimes you don't want people to know that you're getting into your safe, whether it is to retrieve a firearm or any valuables that you have stored inside. Now, as far as space inside of the safe, as I mentioned earlier, it is very roomy. I just have a couple of random items, but again, items that people might know what the sizes are. This is an iPad mini, and as you guys can see, it fits in there very nicely. You still have a lot of room to put stuff on top if you needed to. Here is my iPhone 13 Pro Max. I can easily fit that next to it. If I needed to fit it on top of it, I can go ahead and do that as well. So again, I could easily put quite a few items in here, maybe some cash, some jewelry, passports, credit cards, things like that. Or if you wanted to use it for a firearm or two, you can go ahead and fit those in there very nicely. I could easily see myself fitting a firearm in here, maybe a spare magazine and a flashlight, something that I would have to, resort to in a home defense situation or something like that. The Wincent here will, do a great job at housing those items in there. Alright guys, so I think all in all, this gun safe is a great option. Again, only time will tell as you use it how good it will hold up. But construction wise, I think it is it's very good. There is no area where you could maybe put something in to try and pry it open or something like that. Very nice and tight tolerances. I like the fact that you have multiple ways of getting into the safe, biometric, with a code, and then worst case scenario with the keys that they do include, and they do include 2 of them, which is great. And they're also not easy keys to copy or anything like that. I like the fact that they do include the batteries, but also they include the USB-C port on the side right here in case the batteries do run out. You do have the ability to set up to 50 different biometric fingerprints, which is great. That way, if more than one person needs to access it, they can go ahead and do that. And then you also have that light inside, which will come on for 15 seconds so you can see whatever is inside. Now, the safe itself, it's very roomy, which is good. It's not very heavy, and I think that, it probably sounds interesting that I would say something like that, but, obviously, you don't want somebody to walk away with it. You do have the 2 holes on the bottom here that if you want to go ahead and use the included screws to secure it down to a surface, you can do that. Or on the side right here is the port where you can use that cable lock that's included as well. So I think for the most part, they include everything that you're going to need to get up and running and secure the safe if you needed to, which is great. I do like the fact that you can put it into the silent mode, so that way if you press the biometric, if you use the biometric option or press the passcode, it's not going to alert to somebody that you're using it. I don't have a lot of experience using biometric safes, but I almost wish that it was a little bit quicker to open up. And on top of that, I almost wish that it would open up completely. I don't know if it's just, where I have it situated or what, but it just kind of opens up this much, and then, I have to kind of throw it open or whatnot. Sometimes it does open up all the way, and again, it's here and there, so it just, I guess, depends on how you have it situated. But that's just one of those one of the things that I wish it would do. It would just kind of open up all the way right away. Now, because it's a pretty heavy spring on inside, when it does open up, it kind of jerks up. So if you have this sitting on a flat surface, just be wary of that it might jerk up, and if it's not weighted down or anything like that, it might tip up, which is an interesting thing to note. But I think besides that, I think it's a great safe. It's definitely going to fit exactly what I need it for, which is to house some personal belongings, maybe my self-defense firearm, and some like a flashlight or something like that in there in case I need to get into it. And I feel very confident that just with either the code or the biometric, I can easily get in there and retrieve whatever it is that I need. So if you guys are interested in checking out this model or any of the other models that Wincent has to offer, I'll leave a link to their site below. Again, this particular one is the Pi 2 in black. They do have other options, smaller, bigger, whatever it is that you're looking for. And I think all in all, they are a great option for personal protection or valuable protection in this type of realm. So there it is. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks.